All right, Shalom, Israel. It shouldn't be that long, but giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles, elders, bishops, a great millstone. My salutations to the brothers teaching word for the hopeful elect, soon to be the elect, most high will. To the hopeful esteemed elect, Shalom. Now, this is a picture of Michael Jackson, Diana Ross. And that lets you know this place is built on femininity. It's built on lies, seduction, falsehood, you know. And now Michael Jackson, he's like 9 years old, 10 years old right here, and Diana Ross is 14 years older than him. Now let that be the other way around. She's playing his wife in this skit, you know, and she became his lover in real life later on in life. I don't know, maybe I don't, she's a she's a child trafficking slut, married all kind of men once she was married and all that. But women have big this woman up and idolize this woman no matter what. And like I said, I was about to say, if this was the other way around, they would have called, and it was a black man, they would have called him the dirtiest man alive. They would have tried to hang him and execute him, you know. But they let this bitch, just because she's a black woman, they'll let this bitch walk around the earth like she's all that, man. You know. Uh, and I looked up that word. It's a word. Where's my phone at, man? I just had it. Oh, femme fatale, if I'm saying it right. And it says an attractive and a seductive woman, or women, especially one who is likely to cause distress or disaster to a man who becomes involved with her. And that's most of the women in America, most of black women in America, women period, but mostly the black woman. She's the head of all women. So that's what they do. And these devils been did a good job of taking them, of course, taking the men out the house, but they also, you know, uh, beat the men down, the families down, to a point to where their spirit was damaged, to where now, they become involved with America, which is the harlot in the Bible, and they sucking on America's titties. These coon ass devils sucking on America's titty, but they infatuated with America. They love America just like Michael did Diana. And he said it was a long time that he before he got over her. Like it was like he was obsessed with her. And these Negroes are obsessed with America. America's that harlot. She's that slut. And Diana worked her way up through fame. Like she's not important. She hangs with around important men or celebrity men, what have you, to make her feel important. You had Billy D. Williams, you had Gary Barry Gordon, you had you know this other dude that they mentioned. He's some kind of musician. All kind of men, you know. Same thing with all these females in the celebrity world. So if there's a camp out there with a celebrity type of following, they false prophets, man. That's into gimmicks and fame and being seen on TV. And Most High will he destroy those devils, man. You know, you got a lot of those men that was on television had a chance to tell the world that we Israelites, which they did, but America gonna be destroyed. So-called white man is the devil. He's Edom that the Bible speaks of. They didn't say none of that, man. IUIC was one of them. Uh, I think to what's his name? To Zariak. He like they do that black thing. They everybody know about that shit. You saying that you an Israelite and we Hebrew Israelite black people and we've been through oppression and all that. Everybody knows about that shit, you know. What they don't know in depth about Edom and how he's going to be destroyed, and America how it's going to be destroyed with missiles, how prophecies play out. So that's what happened. That's why these a lot of most like 2/3 Negroes grow up in America, fell in love with America, and became obsessed with America, and joined her military, joined her industry, her fame, her celebrityism, and they now she's an old harlot, you know, and but they become fat. You know how you get married into a woman, and then you all working out to get a woman. You got muscles and all, going to the gym. You playing basketball. As soon as you get with a woman, and then you start to gain weight, and she's cooking, and you start to you grow old, kind of old with her, but you grow into a slop, man. You gotta get that belly and shit. You wearing straight t-shirts and you know you become imprisoned by this lifestyle and this woman in this lifestyle and obsessed with the woman, you know. And when he grew up, he called in his book, I forget what it's called, but Michael Jackson called her his mother and his lover. What kind of sick shit is madness is that? But Diana Ross is that she's a queen. She's beautiful. That's why a lot of these women gonna get destroyed, man. These women got a real wake up call coming. They got a real wake up. Like they think they walking with you. Hey, you walk with Jesus. We gonna see what Jesus leads you into. He gonna lead you into the depths of hell. Cause he's pretty much mostly a made up character after Cedric. But yeah, but these women are not concerned with history. They're not concerned with knowledge, science. They're not concerned with the black man being a king or prince, or a priest. Not concerned about the future. You know, they're concerned about now, what they can get now, who they can get it from, what amount of status and money and fame that they can get. And they'll sleep with men and still be called a queen. But like the apostle, going back to they say queen means slut. That's what it means. Quean, harlot or slut. But like I said, going back to making that point too, before I get to scripture, if it was a black man with a young girl, she's got to be like he's probably 10, 9 or 10, and she's 24. This they definitely would have been on the black man, talking about, yeah, he's a nasty, he needs to be locked up. But they ain't said no shit about Diana Ross. Damn hypocrites, and Most High hate hypocrites for you damn ass beastly minded women, man. He gonna destroy you devils, man. Destroy all you damn evil ass black women, man. What did it say? Uh, I spelled it wrong. And our women become a Jezebel. Like, that's what's happening in America. Jezebel all over this place, man. Where's the whore? And it's just like Egypt, you know. Like if you look at that video Michael Jackson made, do you remember the time? I'm pretty sure he's talking about Diana. Naomi Campbell, I think she plays the woman that he's in love, but he's in front of Eddie Murphy and Naomi Campbell as the pharaohs, I guess, and he's expressing his love for this woman right next to her man and shit, you know. So, but they say it's about Diana, which I believe so. A lot of Dirty Diana, the song he wrote is about Diana. Uh, but remember that, and it kind of like remember the time when we were in Egypt. Our people like want to go back to Egypt, but back then Alexandria, the Greeks and Alexander took over Egypt, and they became Alexandrians. You know, Alexandrian Israelites, because they were still Israel. But and that's what they do. They reminisce about Egypt, and that's not even their real fucking original home. So they fell in love with Egypt like they fell in love with America. There's these obsessed, and I get it because we young, we're children of Israel, and we get seduced easy. We get taken easy. But it said one of the scriptures say, "Be not like a child tossed to and fro with every wind of doctrine," man. That's why you got the Father's voice out in the streets through the prophets. But they deny the prophets and they disregard the prophets. Okay, y'all gonna get burned up by missiles then, dumbasses. We ain't playing. It ain't no we little kids, we children. I just want to have fun. You only live once. That's that child shit, man. We grown now. And Michael Jackson should have came forth and told her he did it subliminally. He should have said that song is about her. And it says Revelation 17 and 6, 17 and 15. It says, well, you can, I don't want to just, and he said, "Enter me the waters which thou sawest where the whore sitteth are peoples and multitude of nations and tongues, and the 10 horns, which goes into the beast and it's, you know, in the countries, you know, Spain, Italy, Belgium, Netherlands, and all them, and they coming together as this mega force. The 7 heads of the beast. Spain. Britain. Germany major, Germany minor. You know, uh, yeah, and so forth. You know, uh, and it says these shall hate the whore, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. So that's what's happening now. They're hating the whore for all the things that she's done, for being seductive, for being wicked, dirty dealings, making people fall in love with her when she's, you know what I'm saying? She was an attractive young harlot back then who had parents, Britain and England pretty much, and then broke off from them as independent, like they say in 1776. So now she's been shaking her feather tail all this time to make people come to her and fall in love with her. They used to be like, man, America, man, I'm gonna move to America, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn it with fire. This place is gonna be on fire with uh, nuclear fire. Place America, you know. So you could become infatuated with a woman so much as to be taken by her ways, you know, to where you don't think you trip. I mean, you don't, you just you what they say, they call it head over heels. You don't care what nobody say. You don't care what what you how much of a fool you look like. You just infatuated. That's all you see is, man, I want her. I want her. I want to get with her. I want to marry her. I want to, just like Michael was doing Diana, and that's how these Negroes are doing America. You know, what it talks about Jezebel. She was a Jezebel, man. She still is. Jezebel, King James Version. It mentions her in Revelation, man. Like Most High got a problem with Jezebel, man. It says, I'll just spell it out in the even in this place, corn, that's not illegal. And it's all the corners are really all about these women and shit, seducing men. Revelation 2:20. Notwithstanding, I have a few things against thee, because thou sufferest that woman Jezebel, which calleth herself a prophetess, to teach and to seduce my servants to commit fornication and eat things sacrificing to idols. That's what they do in America. That's what's done in America. You know? And that's these philosophies have seduced these men that used to call themselves Israelites and knew the name. Most High took his spirit from them, and the ways of the world seduced them, man. The ways of America seduced them. This is a place where they have American Idol and all kind of idolatry and idol worship, and a lot of people can't shake that. So that when they have become fans to these celebrities, they be like, man, I don't care what they done. I still love their music. I still love them. I still want to autograph with them. I still want to, invite them to my house, sit down for dinner. That's how you know America's done, man, and everybody in it, except the elect. Let me look up Jezebel. Then I'm gonna get seduced. So this is what America really looks like. She's become, and spiritually, we see her as an old harlot. Wasted, been on all kind of drugs. Now, when you have an old woman, and even men, they did so much when they were young. They partied, and that party spirit is done. So much as to where they just have a couple of glasses of wine a day and smoke a cigarette. But back then they used to be on meth and ecstasy and drugs and into threesomes, and they still do it every now and then, but they don't do it as much. So now people are looking at it like, yeah, she's still trying to get us. That was when she was young. They try to make an excuse for people like that. And I get it. I mean, when you're young, you do stupid stuff. You know, you get tricked, you get deceived. Shit, we've been to church. We grew up in neighborhoods to where we got involved with stuff and we ain't proud of. Some of us got tattoos. Some of us, was in that party life, club life. Nothing to be proud about. And you look over your life like, damn, man, I'm glad the Most High brought me out of that. But she's still a harlot though. She still does. She just does it in a gradual way now. But yeah, she'll reminisce, and next thing you know, she'll and Diana and like many other black women in the industry, they still harlots. You know that fame is gone, man. She's no more famous no more. The Israelites are becoming famous. Most High said we'll have fame where we were rejected or denied, and now she's jealous of us. She's jealous of Israel because remember, Israel is a woman too to the Most High. And when they even showed in slavery when they were being brought up with the women slaves, they were having fun and being friends and all that. But then the Israel woman became wise and outgrew her, and and don't hang with her harlotry no more. Don't want to hang out with her. You know, she became holy again, and now this harlot is like, oh man, you think you better than us? You think you better than me? Israel, bitch. I'll see. We'll see about that. And now that's why the directing and attention is turned to the hopeful elect, because we represent the holy woman. So, uh, going back to and we become youthful again. We become youthful again. We Most High brought this word to us, and we became new again. And now she's like, why am I? We grew up together, and I'm so old, and now you young and vibrant. Oh, now they putting all kind of poison and things that make you older, putting stress on you, oppression. You know, they want to kill you like they feel inside now. That they look outside. You know, going back to that word, Jezebel. Damn devils, man. Jealous, envious devils, man. Look at this, man.
Strong's G 2403. Isabel. Isabel.
Isabel. Chase. And Most High said he was gonna make us like a Chase version again. But so you see, the competition. Women are competitional, very uh, comparative regarding self love and you know, being a narcissist. Am I saying it right? Narcissist. They into themselves. That's why you can go to IG and it's like it's 1,000 pictures of this woman and shit. Like, damn, you love, and it said that in the scriptures, men should become lovers of themselves, including women. They all into themselves. Beyonce, that bitch, she's all into herself. It's all about her. Wife of Ahab, the symbolic name of a woman who pretended to be a prophetess and who addicted to antinomianism, claimed Christian liberty of eating things sacrificed, claimed Christian liberty of eating things sacrificed to idols, man. So she got a makeup of being a you know, a Christian or a good girl, you know, or you know, I'm a harlotry because of this, you know, or you know, she'll fix herself up with diamonds and jewels and all that and fur coats and make it look like she's, you know, untouchable, like she's, you know, like they use that word goddess. It also says a Tyrian Tyrian woman used as a synonym of a termagant or false teacher. You know, let me get that word seduce right quick. So that's what America did when they took, so to speak, our spirit away from us in slavery, beat us down, took our heritage, and then seduced us. You know, and then when we became famous through these arts, through entertainment, they was definitely there. They definitely said, well, you know, those are my entertainers, those are my servants. Music, sports, and all that. Just like Diana Ross did Michael Jackson. This is my, you know, this is my baby. This is, you know, she got that title of discovering them. So she seduced. Go listen to that song Dirty Yacht Diana. I mean, you don't have to, but I'm just saying. And they talk about it was about Princess Diana. No, it was about Diana Ross being a slut, man, and seducing. Uh, Mark 13:22, it says false Christ, which is false anointed ones, and false prophets shall rise and shall show signs and wonders to seduce, if it were possible, even the elect. Seduce. What's the meaning of seduce? Let's get it in. So that's what. Let's say you just like you trust somebody and they just, you know, and they talk a good
Strong's
game.
G 635. Apoplanao.
A
Apoplanao.
plapalanaho, to cause to go astray, to lead us away from the truth to error, to go astray, stray away from. So, which whatever they have, like money, fame, uh, you know, religion, uh, you know, And we like what I said, when we were young, even with this music and these entertainers seduce us. They never told us what they had to go through to get that seat, but they made it. Like damn, shit. It's probably cool to be a rapper, to be a basketball player, NFL player. Like damn, they making money, they having fun, the games are fun. And you a young man coming up, and you look at it like, you know, that's what I want to do. They got all the women, they got all the money, they got jewels and and all that. They on TV, and the Most High took that away. He said, "Nah, don't do that, my son." You know. And my thing was, I was gonna try to get in industry to try to teach people, you know, about the oppression that we was under. You know, that's why a lot of us was into Malcolm X and rappers like Tupac and you know Goody Mob, KRS-One, but they never told us the truth though. It was just a black conscious approach to being heard. So we were seduced by them too. To believe that damn we doing something, we getting somewhere. All that shit is in vanity, in vain. And now those same dudes, even those that go back to One West that been tired out, that gave up, like it says in scripture, woe to them that lost patience. They fell back in love with the world, you know, because the world, the seduction of this harlot in this world was pulling at them, and they just eventually broke and listened and went back, you know. And like I said, going back to the Michael and Diana thing, it said it took years for him to get over her, man. And even today, before his death, he was probably still had a place in his heart for her. I know he did. So it's very, uh, you know, it's you can't fall in love with America because once you do, it's hard to not be in love with her no more. You'll always find something. Oh, okay, I can do this. Even no matter how broke you get, how broke your mind get, heart, your spirit get, you'll always find something. Oh, okay, well, I can just move here, or I could just, you know, I could just try this, or I can get married. I'll just get married. I'll just, you know, or I'll just be an entrepreneur. I'll just, and still end up broken hearted, broken spirited, man. That's why the Most High says He's coming for them that are contrite spirit, but that could be deadly too. A contrite spirit could be deadly too and dangerous too, because it just wants to fix shit right away, and if it doesn't get fixed right away, then it hurts even more. So it starts to rebel. But we got to go through this, waking up, being hurt, and still move on, and still be like, yeah, all right, I'm hurt, Lord, but I'm for you still. I'm with you. I woke up. You woke me up. So a lot of these grown ass men are sensitive. They become sensitive to where everything hurts now. Just like the woman, everything hurts. You can't heal a broken hearted woman, man. She's done. You can't fix her, man. And these Negroes are trying to fix them. Oh, babe, it's okay. I'll buy you. I know uprise the black. I mean, uplift the black woman. She been hurt. She been abused. I'll buy you a diamond ring. I'll buy you anything. And you want flowers? I'll buy you flowers. Better go back to that Too Short song. You want flowers? I'll buy your ass a rose. But later on, you coming out them pantyhose. What the fuck are you talking about? And you don't want to be treated like that? Then act like a woman. Put on a dress and cover your head and bow yourself. Because you really in the presence of angels. You really in the presence of the Most High Yahweh Shai and the angels. You really in the presence of gods. If you don't believe that, then sleep with this harlot. And they got a harlot, a love for this harlot, man, that they can't shake anyway. Till the next video, hope is ever finding shalom.